Wench Juice Bar, Philadelphia. Minority and vet owned, using local vendors for their fruits and adding no added sugar to their products. Available on DoorDash and Grubhub. Grab yours today. Location 1500 Market Street, Suite 1455, Philadelphia, PA. Grab yours today.
Dame, man, we were kind of talking about Dame. It was some clips that came out today where Dame was talking about that Jay-Z, was pretending to be him on Big Pimpin'. Everybody kind of laughed those things off at the end of the day. Whatever. I mean, Jay-Z's never going to talk about it or never confirm or deny, so we could just sweep that under the rug for now. But you were talking, you said the question to me, you know what? If Jay-Z were messing with young girls, that you think Dame Dash would have said something by now?
Bro, listen, I'm thinking about this deep, and shout out to Jag. We had Jag on a couple days ago, and she said some pretty powerful things, disturbing things in reference to Jay-Z, and she said them numerous times. So I don't want to come off as if I think she's lying, because we did that once with Cassie, and we found out, Diddy was whooping her ass. So let me just chill and watch and see what happens, right? I'm not going to throw anything out there. But the more and more I think about this, I find it hard to believe that Jay-Z is guilty of some of the things he's being accused of. Now, when it comes to his business acumen and what happened behind the scenes with papers and shit, I don't know. But I'm talking about you messing with young girls, domestic violence type shit, right? And them two things in particular. And here's why. I could be wrong, but here's why. He had so many people around him. And you think of all the people that have talked shit on this man throughout his life and have had disagreements, have had issues with him throughout his lifetime that we've seen and had contact with. We ain't got to name them. We can think of them, pop them off right on top of our head. Mm-hmm. Has anybody ever blamed him for that? Outside of that Aaliyah thing where it was a speculation, they talked about Beyonce, but that was been refuted. She wasn't 17 years old when they got together. She was well of age. So nothing. We've heard all kind of shit. Nothing about that. Absolutely nothing about that. You look at that situation in the elevator when Solange whipped his ass, when he had to fade, and I turned him into growing dreads. Put Diddy on that elevator. You think that shit would have went down like that? Looking at that shit now?
Diddy's fighting back.
Diddy's whooping her ass.
Yep.
Jay-Z didn't lay a hand on her.
Right.
A domestic violence abuser in that situation is not going to let a woman tag off on him. It's a power thing. They're going to go out. So I'm looking at little things, and I'm trying to piece it together, and I'm like,
Right.
On top of Dame, main character, he said so much stuff about him. If this were to go down, in my opinion, I think he would have said something by now. But what's your thoughts?
I honestly, I feel like all the accusations that people are making, it's just internet, bullshit. And you obviously got people like Jag and stuff saying, but they come on and say things. And my always will be, where's the proof? Like, where's the proof? And I don't believe that Jay-Z is that type of person. I really don't. And another thing we got to deal with is the fact that, not saying I condone it, but there's a lot of, teenage girls and guys that are into older women, 20, 24, 23. That's just what it is. They can be 16, 17 years old. Their boyfriend pull up 26, 25. We've seen this stuff. You've seen this stuff. Again, not condoning it, but I just think when you're talking about Jay-Z and you're talking about Diddy, you're talking about two different types of people, right? Jay-Z's more calculated, more reserved. You could tell he's into like the different, sciences, eating right, all that type of shit. I just think that he's going to be more smarter the way he moves throughout his life. I don't see him making mistakes like that, putting his hands on women, messing with young girls. I just don't see it. I just feel like, he understands what his purpose is, and he's walking in that. Not saying that he's a saint or he's perfect, but I just don't see it with Jay-Z, man. He's smart, but he remains silent because he knows that's the smart thing to do. He's not impulsive like that. He's not off the hair trigger. He's reserved. He sits back and he thinks before he does things. He thinks before he makes decisions. So that's what I observe when I see Jay-Z, right? Very calculated individual. Diddy, and they're both brilliant dudes. They both made it to the billionaire status.
Right.
But certain decisions that you make over your life, as you see, will come back to haunt you. Certain decisions that Diddy made now are starting to eat away at that money.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, I don't think he made those bad decisions throughout his life.
Even like, as you said it, I'm thinking like Kanye.
Right.
somebody that's up there with him, somebody that's rubbed circles with both of them. You ask Kanye about Diddy, he's a Fed. Oh shit. You ask him about Hove, yeah, he may have some things that he's been hurt about as it pertains to business, as it pertains to maybe their relationship, but it ain't no off the wall. Oh, he's a pedo.
Never,
oh, he's a.
never.
Oh, he beat Beyonce.
Right.
Kanye would have said that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Nobody was there, and if anybody's ever been affected by Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? I apologize because I don't know. We don't know. But when you start putting in line of things up, certain things just kind of like, and we've been wrong before, but I don't know. I don't think that in that regard he is who they claim him to be.
I just don't.
I don't know.
If we're proven wrong, maybe one day stuff starts coming out about him. Me personally, I don't believe when people even say like, "Oh, he's next." I feel like I won't be surprised, but I just don't feel like it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? The trajectory of history says yes, meaning that when you see these powerful black males, no matter regardless of what they've done or whatever, they always mostly all of them get torn down. Mostly all, not all. Some slip through the cracks, but most of them get torn down.
I'm not putting this on Jay-Z. Please don't think that I'm calling him a savior or a hero, anything, chat, because I know some of y'all get crazy when we say certain things. Y'all get real reckless with your mouth as you type it on the computer. But when you look at Jay-Z, right, let's say he is next. If he is next, I need him to use as many resources as he has, right, because he has some to expose as many. But if that, and this is just me talking, shit, if that costs him his life, he will forever go down as a martyr in this world, right? Because he exposed the power structure and he also proved that there's something in line to where they took him out because he was saying too many things. He would break so many windows so quick if he were in fact to do that, be that martyr and go down in history as one of the black martyrs that did that, right? Because if he is next and he was set up, man, blow this shit up, dog. Don't let them take you down without burning the house with them. That's where I'm at with it. If this is serious and this is how it goes down and they set you up and make you next, burn this house down with them, dog. Burn it down.
Frank Lucas type shit.
Word up.
Meaning that he like put the cops down with him.
Yes.
We don't condone the other part, but you put the cops down with him, F him.
Burn it
down.
But
some people will say that, you know, when Jay-Z called out the Grammys, that was the beginning of the end.
We'll see.
And we'll see. Like you said, if we're here to witness that, if we witness the attack on Jay-Z, the ultimate attack by the powers that be, god damn. If we got to witness that, man, I'm convinced.
I need Jay-Z to name names.
Yeah.
I need him to get out of that closet and all that reserve, how you just articulately threw and laid him down. I need him to break out all that shit and name names. And if it costs you your life, and you got babies, you got a real life. We on these microphones talking. You got some real shit going on as we all do. But if they do that to you and try to take you down and destroy your name, take them down too, dog.
I honestly, man, and I know I'll be done with the Jay-Z thing. Yeah. When you listen to his music and the references that he made over the years, he been kind of giving us hints all throughout the years. Like, he knows what's up, bro. Mm-hmm. He knows the way the system works. He knows that one day it could turn in on him. I think he knows that. I think he's prepared for that eventuality. That is more likely to happen than not. That the powers that be, the system that, I'm not gonna say aloud, but that he was able to flourish and become a multi-billionaire is going to one day turn his guns on him or turn the swords on him and go off with his head. I think he knows that. And just by listening to some of his music, and you heard his music and certain things that he said, as you said, when the payback's going to be mean, I'm saving all my little bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's a lot of stuff he said, but it's really, man, and I know a lot of people don't really like Jay-Z or they say this or that about him. He really kind of like a modern day prophet, man. And I know a lot of people ain't going to like that, but he really
savior,
is.
Oh, God, that's your savior, oh, God.
Hey.
You know how they do. That's your savior.
He's supposed to be black anyway. I mean, why couldn't it be something? I mean, whatever.